Part 3 test 10. Câu 41 đến câu 43. Susan, I did a report to cover the Median Book Festival at the local library this Saturday, and I wonder if you can do it. You would have to be there by 10 o'clock for the library director's speech. Sure, I'd love to do that. In fact, I know a local author of my system novels who will be there signing her books. I hope I get a chance to interview her. That would be great. I would the article more interesting. Take now Wilson with you so he can take some pictures of the event. Susan, I did a report to cover the Medium Book Festival at the local library this Saturday, and I wonder if you can do it. You have to be there by 10 o'clock for the library director's speech, so I have to do that. In fact, I love a local author of mysteries novels will be there signing her books. I hope I get a chance to interview her. That would be great. I would make the article more interesting. I take now Wilson with you so he can take some pictures of the event. Susan, I did a report to cover the Medium Book Festival at the local library this Saturday, and I wonder if you can do it. You will have to be there by 10 o'clock for the library director's speech. So I'd love to do that. In fact, I know a local author my mystery novels who will be there signing her books. I hope I get a chance to interview her. That would be great. It would make the article more interesting. And take now Wilson with you so he can take some pictures of the event. Susan, I did a report to cover the Medium Book Festival at the local library this Saturday, and I wonder if you can do it. You will have to be there by 10 o'clock for the library director's speech. So I love to do that. In fact, I know a local author of mystery novels who will be there signing her books. I hope I get a chance to interview her. That would be great. It would make the article more interesting. And take Wilson with you so he can take some pictures of the event. Susan, I did a report to cover the Medium Book Festival at the local library this Saturday, and I wonder if you can do it. You will have to be there by 10 o'clock for the library director's speech. Sure, I love to do that. In fact, I know a local author of my system novels who will be there signing her books. I hope I get a chance to interview her. That could be great. It would make the article more interesting. And take now Wilson with you so he can take some pictures of the event. Câu 44 đến câu 46. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been parked in this floor 3 house. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid that not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full day rate for all those tickets. That's $30. I recommend looking in your car again, and so you can avoid paying the higher amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came for a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the future. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking tickets. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been parked in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full day rate for all those tickets. That's $30. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the future. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been biting this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full day rate for all those tickets. That's the $30. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the future. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. I thought I'd left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been parked in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full day for all those tickets. That's $30. I recommend looking in your car again so you can avoid paying the higher amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I drove the ticket somewhere in the future. Excuse me, I seem to have lost my parking ticket. After all, I left it somewhere in my car, but it's not there. I've been parked in this car for 3 hours. Can I just pay you for that amount? I'm afraid not. Unfortunately, we have to charge the full day rate for all those tickets. That's $30. I recommend look in your car again so you can avoid paying the high amount. It's definitely not in my car, but I just came from a movie across the street. Let me go back and check if I dropped the ticket somewhere in the future. Câu 47 đến câu 49. I think we need to set some more weight safe for next time today. There's a basketball game in the stadium next door, and we have a big lunch crowd after it's over. Definitely, we should have at least 3 servers here for lunch. While Gabby and Katie are ready sexual, but Ryan is cooking in the morning. I see if he can work on each shift. I think we need to set some more ways safe for next Saturday. There's a basketball game in the stadium next door, and we have a big lunch closed after it's over. Definitely, we should have at least 3 servers here for lunch. Well, Gabby and Katie are ready sexual, but Ryan is working in the morning. I see if he can work on each shift. I think we need to set some more weight stuff for next Saturday. There's a basketball game in the stadium next door, and we have a big lunch closed up after it's over. Definitely, we should have at least 3 servers here for lunch. Gabby and Katie are already sexual, but Ryan is working in the morning. I see if he can work on each shift. I think we need to set some more weight safe shaft for next Saturday. There's a basketball game in the stadium next door, and we have a big lunch clouded after it's over. Definitely, we should have at least 3 servers here for lunch. Gabby and Katie are ready sexual, but Ryan is working in the morning. I will see if he can work on each shift. I think we need to schedule more weather stuff for next Saturday. There's a basketball game in the stadium next door, and we have a big night clouded after it's over. Definitely, we should have at least 3 servers here for lunch. Gabby and Katie are already scheduled, but Ryan is working in the morning. I see if he can work on each shift. Câu 50 đến câu 52. Are you ready to start setting up? We first today event as an outdoor self, and so we have to get on discounted items outside before we open the store. That's fine with me. We can just throw the rest out the door, right? With the rest already on them. Absolutely, but we need to put the t-shirts on this display tables, and the tables are still in the store closest. Well, I bring the table saw from the closet. If you roll the rest outside onto the walkway, then we can work on setting up the t-shirts. Are you ready to start setting up? We advertise today even we advertise we advertise today even as an order self, so we have to get all the discount items outside before we open the store. That's fine with me. We can just show the rest of the door, right, with the dress already on them. Absolutely, but we need to put the t-shirt on display tables, and the tables are still in the store closes. Well, I bring the tables out from the closet. If you roll the dress rush outside onto the walkway, then we can both work on setting all the t-shirts. Are you ready to start setting up? We first tie today even as an outdoor shelf, and we have to get on the discount items outside before we open the store. That's fine with me. We can just store the rest of the door, right, with the dress already on them. Absolutely, but we need to put the dishes on display tables, and the tables are still in the store closet. Well, I bring the tables out from the closet. If you roll the dress rush outside on the walkway, then we can work on setting the other dishes. Are you ready to start setting up? We first tie today even as an outdoor shelf. So we have to get all the discounted items outside before we open the store. That's fine with me. We can just roll the rest of the door, right, with the dress already on them. Absolutely, but we need to put the dishes on display tables, and the tables are still in the store closes. Well, I bring the tables out from the closet. If you roll the dress rush outside onto the walkway, then we can both work on setting on the dishes. I'm ready to start setting up. We at first time today even as an outdoor shelf, so we have to get on the discounted items outside before we open the store. That's fine with me. We can just roll rush out the door, right, with the dress already on them. Absolutely, but we need to put the t-shirts on display tables, and the tables are still in the store closes. Well, I bring the table out from the closet. If you roll the dress rush outside onto the walkway, then we can work on setting on the t-shirts. Câu 53, câu 53 đến câu 55. I'm glad you asked me to show you this house. I think it's what you're looking for. The location is beautiful. Just look at the view of the woods for this living room window, and as you request, it also has 2 bedrooms. Yes, it's really nice and spacious, and the bright is dry. My only concern is that it's so little furniture away from my office than I thought. I'm just not sure I want to live this far out of the city. Well, there is the train station just down the road from here. It's about 10-minute walk, and the commuter train goes right into Central Station. So if you do decide to buy this property, it could be easy to take the train to work. I'm glad you asked me to show you this house. I think it's what you're looking for. The location is beautiful. The stop at the view of the woods from this living room window, and as you requested, it also has 2 bedrooms. Yes, it's certainly nice and spacious, and the bright is dry. My only concern is that it's a little furniture away from my office than I thought. I'm just not sure I want to live this far out of city. Well, this train station just down the road from here is about 10-minute walk, and the commuter train goes right into Central Station. If you do decide to buy this property, it could be easy to take the train to work. I'm glad to you asked me show you this house. I think if what you're looking for, the location is beautiful. The slope at the view of the woods from this living room window. And if you request, it also has 2 bedrooms. Yes, it's really nice and spacious, and the price is right. My only concern is that so little furniture away from my office than I thought. I'm just not sure I want to live this far up of the city. Well, There is a train station just down the road from here. It's about 10-minute walk, and the commuter train was right into Central Station. If you decided to buy this property, it could be easy to take the train to work. I'm glad to add you to show you this house. I think it what you're looking for. The location is beautiful. The south of the view of the west from this living room window, and as you regret, it also has 2 bedrooms. Yes, it's really nice and spacious, and the price is right. My only concern is that it's a little uh, furniture away from my office, and I thought I'm just not sure I want to live this far out of the city. Well, that is a station on the south road from here. It's about 10-minute walk, and the commuter train goes right into Central Station. So if you decided to buy this property, it could be easy to take the train to work. I would like you add me to show you this how I think it what you're looking for. The location is beautiful. Just look at the view of the west from this living room window, and as you regretted, it also has 2 bedrooms. Yes, it's really nice and spacious. And the price is right. My only concern is that it's a little furniture away from my office than I thought. Just also I want to live this far out of the city. Wow, there is just train station just down the road from here. It's about 10 minutes walk, and the commuter train go right in Central Station. So if you decided to buy this property, it could be easy to take the train to work. Câu 56 đến câu 58. Hi Seth, is Darren calling from the lobby? A heavy box was delivered and I need help carrying it up. It's addressed to our department where I have a client waiting for me, but I can call the maintenance crew to help you. Do you know what in the box? I'm not sure the return lab says it's from Weller Electronics, but I didn't know we were expecting any equipment. Oh, I bet that's for Tania. He requested for a heavy-duty paper sector was approved last week. That must be it. Hi Seth, it's Terry calling from the lobby. A heavy box was delivered, and I need to help carrying it up. It's addressed to our department where I have a client waiting for me, but I can call the maintenance crew to help you. Do you know what's in the box? I'm not sure the return lab say it's from Weller Electronics, but I didn't know we were expecting any equipment. Oh, I bet that's for Tania. He requested for a heavy dusty paper sector was approved last week. That must be it. I said it's Terry calling from the lobby. A heavy box was just delivered, and I need to help carrying it up. It's addressed to our department where I have a client waiting for me, but I can call the maintenance crew to help you. Do you know what's in the box? I'm not sure the return lab says it's from Weller Electronics, but I didn't know we were expecting any equipment. Oh, I bet that's for Tania. Her request for a heavy-duty paper sector was approved last week. That must be it. I said it's Terry calling from the lobby. A heavy box was delivered, and I need to help carrying it up. It's addressed to our department where I have a client waiting for me, but I can call the maintenance crew to help you. Do you know what's in the box? I'm not sure the written last is from the Weller Electronics, but I didn't know we were expecting any equipment. Oh, I bet that's for Tania. Her request from a heavy-duty paper sector was approved last week. That must be. Câu 59 đến câu 61. Thanks for choosing our coaching service, Mr. Randall. Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about your current career and your future goals? Well, after I graduated, I started working in the insurance industry, but now I'm like to look into the possibility of going to law school. Do you think it's too late to start on this path? Oh, not really. In fact, I can refer you to a former co-worker who went to law school after the decade of working here. Let me put you in touch with him so you can ask about his career change. Thanks for choosing our career coaching server, Mr. Randall. Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about your current career and your future goals? Well, after I graduate, graduate, I start working in the insurance industry, but I'd like to look in the possibility for going to law school. Do you think it's too late to start on this new path? Oh, not really. In fact, you can refer you to a former co-worker who went to law school after a decade of working here. Let me put you in touch with him so you can ask about career change. Thanks for choosing our career coaching service, Mr. Randall. Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about your current career and your future goals? Well, after I graduate, after I graduate, I start working in insurance industry, but now I'd like to look into the possibility of going to law school. Do you think it's too late to start on this new path? Oh, not really. In fact, I can refer you a former co-worker who went to law school after a decade of working here. Let me put you in touch with him so you can ask about his career change. Thanks for choosing our career coaching service, Ms. Reynolds. Why don't you start by telling me a little bit about your current career and your future goals? Well, after I graduate, I start working in the insurance industry, but now I'd like to look into the possibility of going to law school. Do you think it's too late to start in this new path? Oh, not really. In fact, I can refer you to a former co-worker who went to law school after a decade of working here. Let me put you in touch with him so you can ask about his career change. Câu 62 đến câu 64. Hello, I'm calling about the laptop I brought at the store a few weeks ago. It's been running very slowly. I'm afraid that it may have a virus. I know the computer is covered by warranty, so I want to bring it in. Unfortunately, our warranty only covers a defective parts. It won't cover the problem you have with the computer virus. Well, I still like bring in the laptop for service, even if there's a chance. Can I do that anytime I like, or should I make an appointment? That won't be necessary, but I recommend coming in early. That way you won't have to wait. And depending on how complicated the problem is, we may even be able to fix it immediately. Hello, I'm calling about the laptop I bought at the store a few weeks ago. It's been running very slowly, and I'm afraid it may have a virus. I know the computer is covered by warranty, so I want to bring it in. Apparently, our warranty only covers defective parts. It won't cover the problem you having with the computer virus. Well, I still like to bring it in the laptop for service, even if there's a chance. Can I do that anytime I like, or should I make an appointment? That won't be necessary. But I recommend coming in early. That way you won't have to wait. And depending on how complicated the problem is, we may even be able to fix it immediately. Hello, I'm calling about the laptop I brought at your store a few weeks ago. It's been running very slowly, and I'm afraid that it may have a virus. I know the computer is covered by warranty, so I want to bring it in. Unfortunately, our warranty only covers a defective parts. It won't cover the problem you're having with the computer virus. Well, I still like to bring in the laptop for safe. Even if there's a chance. Can I do that anytime I like, or should I make an appointment? That won't be necessary, but I recommend coming early. That way you won't have to wait. And depending on how complicated the problem is, we may even be able to fix it immediately. Hello, I'm calling about the laptop I brought at your store a few weeks ago. It's been running very slowly and afraid that it may have a virus. I know the computer is covered by warranty, so I want to bring it in. Unfortunately, our warranty only covers defective parts. It won't cover the problem you have with the computer virus. Well, I still like to bring it in the laptop for safe. Even there's no trust, can I do that anytime I like, or should I make an appointment? That won't be necessary, but I recommend coming in earlier. That way you won't have to wait. And depending on how complicated the problem is, we may even be able to fix it immediately. Câu 65 đến câu 67. Hi, I just opened a hair salon and I calling to order some business cards. Is there someone at the store who can help me? Well, unless you want some specific artwork on the car, I suggest that you go to our website and order the cars online. It's a very easy process and we have a number of styles to choose from. Actually, I like to have one of your employees create a company logo for the car. Okay, I let you talk with you then. He's our graphic designer and he can help you with that. Hi, I just opened a hair salon and I'm calling to order some business card. Is there someone at your store who can help me? Well, unless you want to specific artwork on the car, I suggest that you go to our website and order the cars online. It's a very easy process and we have a number of styles to choose from. Actually, I like to have one of your employees create a company logo for the car. Okay, I let you talk with Bill then. He's our graphic designer. He can help you with that. Hi, I just opened a hair salon and I'm calling to order some business cards. Is there someone at the store who can help me? Well, unless you want some specific artwork on the car, I suggest that you go to our website and order the cards online. It's a very easy process and we have a lot of styles to choose from. Actually, I like to have one of your employees create a company logo for the car. Okay, I let you talk with Bill then. He's our graphic designer. He can help you with that. Hi, I just opened a hair salon and I'm calling to order some business card. If there's someone is at your store who can help me, well, unless you want to specific artwork on the car, I suggest that you go to our website and order the cars online. It's a very easy process and we have a number of styles to choose from. Actually, I like to have one of your employees create a company logo for the car. Okay, I let you talk with Bill then. He's our graphic designer. He can help you with that. Câu 68 đến câu 70. This is Eva Frost. I've been a patient of Dr. Morgan for some time now. I be moving to Boston for my work. I'm calling to see if I can get a copy of my medical records to take with me. You could, but our usual policy is to transfer patient records directly to the doctor. Do you have a phone number for your new medical office? I could call there and arrange to send the records. I don't know yet who my new doctor will be. It would be a problem if you have to keep my files for a while. I'll let you know as soon as I know who I'll be seeing. No, that's no problem at all, but first you have to sign a form giving us your permission. You require to do that before we can send any information. This is Eva Frost. I've been a patient of Dr. Morgan for some time now, but I've been moving to Boston for my work. I'm calling to see if I can get a copy of my medical records to take with me. You could, but our usual policy is to transfer patient records directly to the doctor. Do you have the phone number for your new medical office? I could call there and arrive to send the records. I don't know yet who my new doctor will be. It would be a problem if you have to keep my files for a while. I'll let you know as soon as I know who I'll be seeing. No, that's no problem at all. But first, you have to sign from giving us your permission. You are required to do that before we can send any information. This is Eva Frost. I've been a patient of Dr. Morgan for some time now, but I've been moving to Portus for my work. I'm calling to see if I can get a copy of my medical records to take with me. You could, but our usually policy is to change for patient records directly to the doctor. Do you have a phone number for your new medical office? I could call there and arrange to send the records. I don't know yet who my new doctor will be. Would it be a problem if you have to keep my files for a while? I'll let you know as soon as I know who I'll be seeing. No, that's no problem at all. But first, you have to sign a form giving us your permission. You required to do that before we can say any information. This is Eva Frost. I've been a patient of Dr. Morgan for some time now, but I'll be moving to Boston for my work. I'm calling to see if I can get a copy of my medical records to take with me. You could, but our usual policy is to change for patient records directly to the doctor. Do you have a phone number for your new medical office? I could call there and arrange to send the records. I don't know yet who my doctor will be. Would it be a problem if you have to keep my files for a while? I'll let you know as soon as I know who I'll be seeing. No, that's no problem at all. But first, you have to sign a form giving us your permission. You required to do that before we can send any information.